Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's been a few days since I posted because the last time I recorded a video, according to my channel, says 3 days ago, which is crazy. Where does the time go? But that was only Monday, which is the day before yesterday, so why are you being so rude? Clearly it means like 3 calendar days, I guess, but that still feels so unreasonable. It's only been 2 days. It's been 48 hours. Relax. Relax. And I only missed one. This is me on this 48th hour compensating for the last 24 hours. I only missed one because I was too busy competing with my poetry. Yay. And that went really well. But that's not what this video is about, because I love having different lives. So these videos are about my inner thoughts, and these thoughts are about the fact that rehearsing for that was a really interesting experience because I actually really I'm tired. I really hate rehearsing because it's just saying the same thing over and over and over again. And there was someone who gave me the advice of like, well, you're okay with listening to your favorite artist's song on loop over and over again. Make yourself your own favorite artist. Or start doing stuff that you actually enjoy hearing over and over again. If you don't want to hear the poem over and over again, why do you want other people to hear it? Fair, fair. But that being said, I usually write, I know a lot of people write poems out of trauma, so I don't want to revisit the trauma. I actually literally started having nightmares of the poems I was rehearsing. So it's not that I don't like the poem, I think it's incredible. It's a very well written, powerful piece. I don't want to keep referring back to this memory. And you have to ask yourself, well, if you don't want to keep referring back to this memory, don't perform it. But I'm like, I'm performing it because it's so good. And it's like, okay, well, if it's so good, then do it justice, which means rehearsing. So, you know, my relationship with rehearsing is continuing to be built out. But that being said, I experienced some positive. I got over the initial hump of, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, until like the rehearsing started to become fun because I was doing it so much. To be fair, I was only doing it so much because I had procrastinated for so long on doing it. I have another performance tomorrow that I'm rehearsing for right now at 9 p.m. Still trying to get it right. But we will get it right by tomorrow, I promise. Thank God I have, yes, the mental faculties to bank on that, but thank you, Jesus. Yes, so I'm still rehearsing for tomorrow, but it's interesting to see how like after so many takes, it starts to become fun because you start to see what flows out of your mouth in a certain way. Part 1. Part 2, you also start to experience, I don't want to call it a flow state, but you said it so many times that now it becomes about your emotional expression and slight shifts in tone and eye contact and body placement and choreography, rather than just like, let me say the words, let me say the words. And that's the boring part. It's like, oh, I'm saying the words, I'm saying the words, right? Like me having a conversation with you right now is entertaining to me because partially because I'm so engaged, like I'm so present. You can tell that from my body language and my tone and all of these things, but that doesn't happen if you're just saying words that you memorized or are reading. And so I want to get to a point of this type of state, flow state if you want to call it, with any poem that I'm doing that needs to be memorized. So that's what I'm working on, and it's nice to actually experience that point in the process where it's like, ooh, I'm enjoying this so much I can like have fun with it in my body and not just pull it out of the files in my mind. So that's part 1. Part 2, the last video I uploaded on here says 10 years later I feel like I haven't gone anywhere in life. False. So false. I really need to stop believing my own thoughts. I really need to stop believing my own thoughts. I hate, anyway. Because when, like, I so much disagree with that, and those were my thoughts from this week. And this is also why it's really crazy for me or anyone to make decisions on how you feel in a moment, rather than from like a level-headed perspective of, does this make sense for me long term? Does this benefit me long term? And I had a college professor who was like, only whether a thought is true or not is not important. Whether it benefits you is what's important. And I thought that was psychotic. But if you really think about it, a lot of the thoughts you have are just subjective anyway. So I wasn't thinking about it from the perspective of like, I thought he was trying to say like literally lie to yourself, which he might have been saying, but I also probably did not give the most gracious interpretation of how he presented it. I realize now trueness to a thought is subjective to most thoughts. For example, I'm tired. Am I tired? Compared to what? I seem pretty energetic. So it's like, oh, do you want to believe that you're tired? Is that true or not? Who cares? Does it benefit you in this moment to think of yourself as tired? And that's where the fun begins. So it's only taken me in 10 years to really, the seed was planted, and it's only taken me this long to start to come around to interpreting it better. I still haven't even internalized it because I'm still debating it back and forth, but we're making progress, right? So that being said, earlier this week, I was thinking that I hadn't moved in life, and that's not true. There are certain aspects of like my internal discipline that still need work. But when I look at where I'm at specifically today, I have this tendency to not look at where I'm at today, but look at where I should have been over the gap of time. So today, in this moment, I'm actually working on all of those aspects of internal discipline pretty well. Posting content consistently, working out consistently, being in church consistently, treating myself and others better, eating better, getting protein every day, prayer, all of these things. Like in this moment, Yes, I've restarted and kept restarting. That's what I said in the previous video. It's like, oh, I'm experiencing life at the point at which I keep quitting. My life only ever gets as high as this point I keep stopping at, because I'm not compounding, because I keep starting. So it's like, you tried this many times, but you only get this far. It's like, how am I still this far if I've been doing all this work? Because you keep stopping, starting. That's the graph. But in this moment, yes, I'm only this far because I keep starting, but that's still progress. That's still progress on all the things I'm saying I'm not making progress in. And so I'm comparing it to where would I have been if every time I had stopped, I had actually kept going. So I'm like, oh, I should have been this far. But I'm not acknowledging the fact that I'm this far. And where I started was here either way. So it's like, 10 years later, my life hasn't reached this, correct. Most people's hasn't. Most people lack discipline. I actually have better discipline than the average person. I also have a better life than the average person. I do better work, which means I get better results. I'm also just betterly blessed, right? You can't always say everything's due to your hard work. Circumstances and the favor of God is a real thing. I do think some other people have more favor than I do, which I'm still trying to figure out, but whatever. But if you started here and you're here, this is still progress. This is still progress. Stop saying, oh, I haven't moved. I'm still working on trying to work out consistently. Correct, I am. I actually hit it. Am I as far as where 10 years of working out consistently would have gotten me? No. But am I where I was? Also, no. And who gives a damn about talking about the 10 years of time? Oh, shoulda, coulda, woulda. First of all, people don't, like, it's not even a real expectation. I've talked about this in a previous video. Like, the idea of progressive overload in the gym is a theory. It's not even based on how people truly work out. Most people just show up and do what they can day in, day out. And progressive overload, especially weekly progressive overload, is not happening to most people, with most people, even people who are in the gym consistently. And here you are shaming yourself, shaming myself for like, you should have added 5 pounds to every week this week. That's not based on how most people interact. And it's okay to be a person. It's okay to be as much of a person as everyone else is. Most people don't have discipline. Most people wish that they had stuck with the plan they had 10 years ago. Most people do not execute on the things that they say they want. Most people stop and restart. Most people try to find an easier path instead of sticking with what works. Most people are not doing anything. So it's fine. It's not great, but it's okay. It is okay that you're as this far, because the theoretical version of you who stuck with it for 10 years perfectly, one, doesn't exist, because you're just a human. Sorry to tell you. And two, even if she did exist, she would have other things to complain about that you haven't experienced because you haven't stuck with anything for 10 years to experience how messed up it is when you do. You're assuming, oh, my body would just be perfect in T. What if you would also have a lot of injuries by now? What if you would have developed body dysmorphia from being in the gym so much, pushing yourself that much? What if all of these other aspects? You're like, oh, if I had been posting content, Your life is great right now. If you had been posting content this whole time, maybe you'd be living a whole different life. Maybe you would have had to go to LA and you don't like LA. If your life is, I have a tattoo on the back of my neck, only tattoo I'm getting ever. The fact that I have it is crazy. But when I got it, I almost got it redone because I didn't like some aspect of it. And something that the person I was with said that really reframed that moment, and I think is an excellent way to think about a lot of things, is not, can this be better? Is, will you be happier than you are now with it if you make any changes? Because something can be objectively better and not make you any happier. So if your life is good, you love the people you're around, you're happy, you're healthy, you like the work you do, you like the progress you're making, you are happy with your life. The whole point of making your life better is so that you can be happy. And I think I've been raised on this principle of improvement, but to what end and to what means? Through what means? For what goal? On principle? Like, oh, everything should just keep being better and better and better and better and better and better. Because why would you live a life where you're losing potential? That only matters if you're unhappy with your life. If there's an old lady sitting somewhere knitting right now and she's happy with the knitting she's doing, why does she have to knit better? She's not building a business off of it. Not every aspect of life needs to be optimized unless it's moving a metric that matters. And that metric that matters for all of life is, are you happy with your life? Not necessarily are you happy, because happiness is a fleeting feeling moment by moment. Are you happy with your life overall? I'm happy with my life. I'm actually so grateful for where I'm at. So why am I complaining about where I could have been if I'd stuck with, who cares? You'd also probably be happy, maybe. But you're already happy now, so why are we even considering alternatives? It's like being in a relationship. There's so many attractive people on earth, so many charming, funny, successful people on earth. Why are you worried about, oh, what my life could have been like if I had been dating this other person? If you're happy with the person you're with now, you got it. You won. You won. You won.